Hi everybody, my name is Diana and I am a therapist. If you're new to my channel, I answer a lot of your questions, and right now I'm discussing a lot of kind of current things that are being asked by a lot of you. So today I'm going to talk about the coronavirus and how to manage our anxiety about this. And I'm going to give kind of 4 tips to help you manage your anxiety, and then at the end I'm going to talk a little bit about what to do. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. A little bit about what to do if you are quarantined and kind of how to deal with that, and we'll address that a little bit at the end as well. So my tips for managing anxiety around this, some of them are similar to how we manage anxiety in general, and some of them are a little bit different. And I apologize if this is shaky. My tripod actually got broke in my suitcase on this last trip, so sorry. So a new one is in the mail right now. But so the first 2 tips that I have are, 1, take precautions within reason, and that's always hard when we have a lot of anxiety. And then the next one is to follow the information and the things that are helpful and that you need to follow, but turn off most of the articles and social media and shut those things off. So those 2 things are really important, and honestly I haven't been doing that great in myself lately. So take precautions as far as you really need to and is recommended and is necessary. So that means make sure that you do have access to your medications and that kind of thing, and work out healthcare as much as you can. I know that's a really hot topic. Make sure you're washing your hands. Do all of those things, but you don't need to necessarily build a bunker or hoard tons of things right now, right? So we want to kind of make sure we're doing what we need to do, but not go too crazy. And with a lot of anxiety, with a lot of anxiety, it's really hard to do that, right? It's hard to find that line that makes sense. And that's why we want to kind of keep checking that and looking at it like, okay, what is actually helpful? What is actually realistic? What should I be doing right now? What is actually recommended for me and where I live in my age group? I apologize. Iggy is a little crazy. He's excited. So that means if you're younger and if you don't have any health issues or you're not immune suppressed, then washing your hands and taking those precautions is enough. If you are like my mom, who is immune suppressed and does take medications to keep her immune system down so she can keep her kidney transplant, then you may need to take more precautions, right? But we don't need to go overboard with that. We just want to make sure we're doing what we need to do. And in the second vein of that, which was the second one, is to only take in information that is helpful. And I have been really bad at that lately. I've been reading all kinds of articles that have got me more anxious and that are helpful. Iggy, stop it. I don't want to reshoot this. He's being a stink. Iggy, stop it. So the next one is to not take in those articles that are not helpful. Follow the recommendations, but turn off the news. Don't get into social media posts. Don't get into all of that stuff that just makes us feel worse about things. And I am trying to be better at that this week. That's one of my intentions this week, is if I'm reading something or I see something that's not helpful, I shut it off instead of continuing to go into it and reading it and being like, oh man, I shouldn't be reading this. This is going to make me more anxious. I'm going to shut that off right away. And I'm also spending less time on social media. So I'm doing the posts that I need to do for work and otherwise, but other than that, I'm trying to stay off of social media. So that is definitely one of my recommendations. I have my little notebook here, so that's why I'm looking down sometimes. So the third one, I've been all over the place, but the third one is to manage your negative thoughts as much as you can and try to check them. And I know that that's hard. If it was easy, you wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't have anxiety because you would just check that and put it to the side. But it's not easy, but it's something that we really want to be continually working on. So I've been conscious of this with my catastrophizing and my really negative thoughts and my spiraling thoughts and all the what if questions, like what if all this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if worst case scenario stuff, right? So we want to check that. Look at that and say, okay, no, I am catastrophizing here. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if that's even remotely possible, or if, if that's possible at all. Sometimes I just try to check it into something a little more realistic, like it's really unlikely that that will happen, or you're doing everything you can to prevent that. You're doing everything within your control to prevent that from happening. It's highly unlikely that the worst case scenario will happen. So just those kind of things can help. Also, like little affirmations and little things like I mentioned just barely, like I'm doing everything in my control. I'm washing my hands, I'm taking care of myself, I'm avoiding high-risk zones, and that's enough. That's enough right now. I'm doing what I can. If you need more help checking your negative thoughts, there's a whole section in my course on that, and you can get that for free. Maybe I'll just put it in the comment link box below, but you can also comment or message me and I can send that to you as well if you want more work and worksheets around checking your negative thoughts. So the last tip before I kind of get into being quarantined is that this is a time for us to use all the skills we have, amp them up, and find more. So what do you normally do to manage anxiety? What helps? What have you tried in the past? Just what helps you? Is it writing out your anxious thoughts and working through them? Is it going for a walk, talking to somebody, things like that? What helps? Do that, and then do it some more, and then do it again. Amp it up. Do all of those things that help. We need to be doing those and work those into our routine, because now more than ever we need to be grounded and we need to be managing this so we just don't get out of control. And stress and anxiety can kind of hurt our immune system and hurt our nervous system. So we want to be managing that, because that's going to be a protective factor. If you are taking care of yourself and you're managing your stress and you're working to manage your anxiety, that's going to be a protective factor to keep your immune system up and running and functioning as it needs to be. So use your coping skills. Try new ones. I have a couple on here that you can try, different videos you can look at, try different things. Type in like 5-minute meditation for anxiety on YouTube and do one of those. But try new things and take care of yourself. Eat good nutrients, drink lots of water, just take care of your overall health. And then remind yourself that you're doing what you can, and that's enough, and you're doing a great job. You're doing an excellent job of taking care of yourself. So those are kind of my 4 tips, guys. Take precautions, but not crazy precautions. Turn off unhelpful social media. Only follow things and articles and news that is helpful, and no more. Manage your negative thoughts and use coping skills. And then I had a couple people reach out about what to do when they were actually told to kind of quarantine themselves because they'd been to high risk zones. And the people that I've talked to weren't actually sick, but they could have been exposed to something, so they're kind of in that waiting period. So this will vary depending on if you actually are sick or not. But all of these obviously apply to you to manage your anxiety and work on that kind of stuff and really extra take care of yourself. Iggy, love him, but it's crazy. Really extra take care of yourself. Hydrate, like I said, drink lots of water, or drink lots of electrolytes, all of that stuff. But it's also just as important to take care of your mental health. So do all the things that I mentioned earlier. Use your coping skills. Check your negative thoughts. Also, I think it's really helpful if you choose something that you can do by yourself that you've been wanting to do. Like, I've been wanting to read this book, or I've been wanting to listen to this audiobook, or I've been wanting to watch this series. Do something like that you really enjoy and you've been wanting to do, and now you can. Or set a goal. Like, I have some clients who are working on books. Like, I'm going to take this time and I'm going to finish this book, or I'm going to set this goal for myself. I'm going to meditate every day. I'm going to reach a goal with this time. So it's not just this time where I'm sitting and I'm doing the work that I can, but otherwise I'm so anxious. I'm actually doing something for myself and moving forward for myself. And that's a good way to manage anxiety in a lot of ways, because it's forward thinking, it's hopeful, I'm doing something and I feel good about it, and I get kind of that little endorphin rush of I did that today and I did well and I'm doing good, and all of those things really help. So do things that you enjoy, do things that you you know, like I said, the books or the audiobooks or whatever that you've been wanting to read or watch or whatever. Do that kind of stuff right now. It's a great opportunity for that. And stay connected with people online, right? And only people that are helpful. Again, just like on social media. Connect with people who are helpful and who make you feel good, and when you talk to them you feel better about things. And the great thing about the internet right now is we can do so much from afar, right? So I see clients online, so you can talk to a therapist, you can see a therapist, you can reach out to me if you want to, and you can do that all from your home. You can do the same thing with friends, you know, video chat or call or Marco Polo or whatever, but stay connected with people. This isn't a time that we need to be isolated. Just because we are at home or we're stuck somewhere doesn't mean that we can't have connection. We can have connection, and that's a really cool thing about the online space right now. And I think it is good to connect with and follow people that are good and make you feel better on social media, and it's a good time to also unfollow or block or just not look at the people and the things that make you feel worse and make you feel more anxious. So I hope that helped. It was a little bit all over the place, but I'm sure I'll think of something when I get off that I meant to say that I didn't, so there may be follow-up videos to this. But please ask any questions below. If you have any questions or comments, if you want to reach out to me for online support, you can do that through my website. You can also submit a question that I'll answer there, and if you want me to shoot a video on, I'll do that as well. So check that out. truetoyoucounseling.com is my website. But sending out love to all of you guys. We can get through this. We can do this. We can do hard things. It's time for a lot of affirmations, right? We can come together and we can support each other. We can take care of ourselves and take care of our families and take care of each other as much as we can. Anyway, all right, everybody, have a great day. I will talk to you all soon.